Hello, welcome back. I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen. How are you doing today? I've been reminiscing about my kids when they were babies. They're just so cute. It's so much work. No. So way back when we first started having kids. The first child, of course, you had the little baby tub, and she had the little, towels, and, they got the little bath, and it's also cute, right? And what do you get sent home with from the hospital? Well, in our area, it's still sent home from the hospital, is the little bottle of Johnson & Johnson baby shampoo and the little bottle of Johnson & Johnson lotion, right? Well, Johnson & Johnson, we'll just call them JJ for short, they have cleaned up their act. Oh, let's go back. Let's go back. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay. So the first child, very typical, got the baths. The second child came along. She still got baths. She still got the little tub bath. But for convenience and ease, when we were both, my husband was around, it was, here's the baby, wash her off in the shower, let her play with the water, get used to the, all this stuff, and hand her out to the other parent, usually me, and she's done. So tear-free was not a big thing to us because we were going for fast and convenient, overall. You just keep their head out of the, you just tilt their head back so they don't get the soap in their eyes. It's no big deal, you just teach them that. And so when my sons came along, it's kind of the same thing. Like, I think we let the girls play with the tub bath for their babies, the little bathtub. I think it just went into the toy box or with the toys, and eventually got rid of it. And the boys were just, here's the shower, hand it into the shower, here you go, or here's your little brother, hold him from a tub. So yeah, we weren't big on tear-free shampoo, and it was probably 15, 20 years ago, or in another town, talking to some people, and they were like, yeah, do you know what they put in baby shampoo? And I'm like, no. And they're like, so something similar to Ambisol. And Ambisol is just the brand name. Ambisol is basically benzocaine. It's an anesthetic. An anesthetic is something that numbs, a temporary loss of sensation, basically numbs the area. You've put Ambisol on your, you try and get on your tooth, but it hits your cheek and your tongue, and then they're numb for however long, Okay. Is that true? I don't know. I don't know. Do I believe it's true? Yes. So, not way back, but my grandpa had cataract surgery. My dad had cataract surgery. You go in now and they put the thing on your eyes, they numb your eyeballs, right? Okay, so way back, initially, lidocaine was one of the first things they used. Lidocaine was used originally because it was an anesthetic. Was that the first thing they used? I don't know, because I don't know when they started doing cataract surgery, but it was one of the things they used, through the years, because it was an anesthetic. I could see how J&J would jump on that chance to put something in their products to make it tear-free. Now, their patent came out in 1953 for tear-free shampoo. It's very hard to find information on that. And just because they say this is what's in there, the patent was, for certain ingredients or whatever, that doesn't mean that's what they actually put in there. They were wanting to sell products and make a buck. And so, yeah, so we got away from the tear-free shampoo altogether. Like I said, way back, as talking to some people, and they were like, do some research, started researching stuff that was in products, and we started weeding stuff out. Okay. And as my kids got older and we added a few more, we've still weeded stuff out. Whether it's safe or not is irrelevant in some cases. Like polysorbate 80, I don't like it. I don't like it. They put it in pickles, but that doesn't mean I have to like it. That doesn't mean I have to put it in my bath bombs. You just have to deal with a little mica floating around in a ring, you know? But if you're smart, after your bath, you just wipe that ring off and you're good to go. Or, you know, there's, you know, but I don't like it, okay? There's reasons. And some people like it. That's fine. This is not me bashing J&J and telling you to do this or that. I'm not. I'm just informing you. You do you. Remember this. So anyway, we got out of that part of products. Okay? I'm going to post some links below. One is ireadlabelsforyou.com. I think it's a she. She was running an article on what people put in their baby products to make them tear-free. Okay? She couldn't find anything on the internet, anything at all, that said they were putting chemicals and stuff in there to make them tear-free. Okay? My problem with this was she did this in September 2021. Now, we all know how easy it is to pull stuff off the internet, right? That's why you get the 404 error. That page has been removed. So, I mean, and there's so much information out there. Like, where do you look? Where do you start? You know, I thought it was really interesting because there's another website. It's called drugwatch.com, and there was another one. I can't remember if I posted that one with the links. I think it's class action lawsuits, something like that. Okay, but J&J, let's talk about J&J for just a sec. They have over 135,000 employees spread across 60 countries. They're based in New Jersey. Okay? They brought in $82.6 billion in 2020. I'm not going to go there. I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole, you guys. They have over 250 subsidiaries. Now, they're saying subsidiaries. They're not saying entities. So that means, you know, that's two different things here. But to me, either way, it means they have 250 companies below them. Tons of products below them. I think they actually bought out Burt's Bees. I think they're the one, and boy did stuff change when they bought it. And not for the good either. Talking about them, if you look at their products now, they have conformed to the spectrum of what is out there. Plant-based, mild surfactants. Okay, a surfactant, we talked about this in the micellar water. So, for an example, surfactants, decylglucoside, that's what I was trying to say. Lauryl glucoside, that's what I have. They are very mild. Okay, so if you have, and you will see those names in a lot of baby products. They have plant oils, things that are made from plants. The mild surfactant, it's not like a soap. It's not like a soap, but it's, you know, cleans like a soap very mildly. And you will see that a lot on baby products nowadays because that's what they kind of use to make them tear-free. Okay? It's kind of like diluting down a soap to the point where it's, I don't know, could you do that? Could you dilute a soap down to where it wasn't tear-free? Like an actual liquid soap? And probably not. I don't know. But anyways, they've also gone with the phthalate-free fragrance oils. Yes, it contains a fragrance oil. Did you notice the lotion and the shampoo don't smell the same? They're fragrance oils. They were not phthalate-free. Phthalates can cause asthma and infertility and mild dermatitis and stuff like that. Yeah. Very scary when you think about it. Johnson & Johnson has had a lot of lawsuits. I can't tell you right now how many are still ongoing. for mesh, hernia mesh, which I know a lot about that because my husband had multiple hernia surgeries, and he yeah, had to have some redone because of what they used. And there is heart valve issues. There's the talcum powder because cervical cancer. How you know, the baby powder, which they've pulled off the market. I think that's what I read, is they're no longer selling it. So if you are buying it, it's from somebody who has purchased it to resell. But because there was asbestos in it, asbestos in baby powder. Let's think about this for a minute. And there's been so many products of theirs that they've took back Tylenol for metal shavings, and I mean, it's crazy. It's super crazy. I will post that link below so you can read the article. It's humongous, you guys. So much on it. But we're going to just concentrate on two. So in 2010, there was a class action suit against J&J and Walmart Equate baby shampoos and washes for possibly containing methylene chloride, which is banned by the FDA. J&J had 3 individual manufacturing facilities that were under investigation. My problem with this is that it's banned by the FDA. That means you cannot use it. The FDA bans 11 products. Okay, so like a product that could be put into a cosmetic. They ban 11 for use in cosmetics. Europe bans 1,100. It's amazing. Methylene chloride is a solvent used for paint remover, degreasing, in manufacturing, for adhesives, metal cleaning, chemical processing, for aerosols, short-term, it's also called DCM, sorry, short-term exposure can harm the central nervous system. Long-term can cause liver toxicity, liver cancer, and lung cancer. It can harm the eyes, skin, liver, heart. Exposure, minimal exposure can cause drowsiness, dizziness, numbness, tingling limbs, and nausea. So let's just put this into a product, and you know, for me it's like, why? In 2021, there was another lawsuit. They have tons. Like I said, there's probably 50,000 different lawsuits against their products, okay? Ongoing. But this one was a lawsuit against their OGX hair products causing hair loss. So this hair product was one that they advertised as making your hair grow, helping it grow, helping it, you know, get thick and luscious, and they're advertising, okay? However, it contained DMDM, hydantoin. Why can I not say this when I'm on the freaking camera? Hydantoin. It's a preservative, specifically a formaldehyde preservative donor, which means it's in this product and it slowly over time releases formaldehyde to keep it fresh. Okay? However, formaldehyde donors are known to cause allergies, rashes, hair loss, and cancer. Why would you put a preservative that can do this stuff, known for hair loss, in a hair product? Well, maybe because then you'll buy their other products. As of 2012, they said they would have it all removed by 2015. Why does it take 3 years for you to stop production? Stop putting it in there. And they said none of their current products contain the DMDM. That's great and all. Except, so they said they did it. Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. I don't know. Okay? But when they acquired Vogue Internationals and their OGX products, They didn't change a thing in them. They knew they contained it. They didn't change a thing. Why wouldn't you? So anything they've acquired that was a body product, they won't change until they have to, till they're forced to, till they're sued to. It's sad. Why not just make a good product? Why do you have to put SLS in everything? Sodium lauryl sulfate, cheapest thing, I think it's petroleum based, the cheap petroleum based product. It's in car washes to give that bubbly, give your car that bubbly car wash. Well, it's also in your shampoo. It's also in your body wash. It's also in your hair products, body products. Oh, it just pisses me off. Okay. But anyway, as you can see, not all things are good. And they can slap natural on this. They can slap natural on this, and because natural has so many meanings. You remember the lavender baby shampoo and lotion? That got recalled. Did it get recalled, or did it get, I can't remember if it got recalled. There was some bad backlash on that sucker because it was making children develop faster than they should. Yeah, babies should not have boobs. Okay, hold the phone. If you are a nursing mother and your baby does, kind of develop there, it's from the estrogen in your body. It's from your hormones. That's normal. Should not get it from the products you're putting on them. Now, they say it was the lavender, which it could have been the lavender essential oil, whatever they were using. Could have been like half real and half fillers. Just not a good lavender oil, guys. Research your essential oils when you're using them. But the other problem with it is it also contained so many parabens that it was ridiculous. Ridiculous. What do parabens do? They act like estrogen in your body. They put it in food. Kid you not. Paraben. But it had so many parabens in it at the time that is what was causing all this stuff. And why? Why? I'm not that dirty, underhanded, sly to figure out their reasoning. All I can think is bottom line. So this is what I've just researched. This is just a skimming of the surface because let me tell you, that's a freaking iceberg. This is just the tip. There is an iceberg underneath this, and a lot of other companies, not just this one. Just telling you, read your labels, even though they're not always true. But double check your products. Watch what you use. You don't have to buy mine. There's a lot of good plant-based ones out there that are fine. Baby paste. That's what we're doing today. Baby paste. This video was supposed to come out last summer. I wasn't ready to do it. I just wasn't ready. I don't even know if I'm still ready. I have so much to tell you about it, and sometimes it's just hard to get it all out. And like I said, this is the tip of the iceberg. There's so much other research a person could do if you're interested. What I found was enough to turn me off. Well, and what I know about products, parabens, phthalates, all these things, totally turned me off. And so this baby paste is, I had to make it again. So it's new footage, which is good. There's two. There's the carrot and calendula, which is unscented. Carrot puree, calendula flowers, okay, all the good things. The other one is lavender essential oil. Not a lot, just a little touch of very good, pure, therapeutic essential oil. That one is chamomile and lavender. Okay. But that's what we're doing. I'll talk more in the video. This is hellaciously long. But 3 things. Dream big. Be true to you. You are worth it. So use good products. Let's go check this out. Okay, to the carrot and calendula baby soap paste. Start with calendula flowers. And organic for sure. They will go into a tea. I usually use about a couple ounces extra when I make my tea for the water I need because they soak them up. Those flowers just soak up the water when I make a tea. and that will be my water solution for my lye, to dilute my lye. Gosh, you guys, long day. Okay, this is going to be a hot process soap. You can do soap pastes in a cold process, but it's a process, and I find it really tedious and a pain in the butt, so I don't do it. I do hot process every single time. I was a little short on my water for what I needed, so I just add a little water. It's okay. It's okay. This is my carrot puree. You can use up to 1.25 ounces per 16 ounces of oils of puree. So 1 ounce to a pound of oils. That's kind of my ratio I stick to. It works. I wish you could hear the potassium hydroxide when I poured it in here, because it makes this growling sound. It's just crazy. But my dog was barking, so she totally ruined the whole thing. Yeah. What do you do? What do you do? Let me see what I want to tell you. There's so much to tell you about this hot process. So the tea, I put the oils in the crock pot. I make the tea, I cover it, and I let it all sit till the oils are 150 degrees. Okay? I don't mess around with the 110, 100 degrees. Let the lye water cool. All you're doing is putting more wear and tear on your immersion blender. Okay? Now, I know you've seen me. See, it's just super hot, and the botanicals turn the lye water orange. It's just so much fun. See, they're about 170. They got a little hot. I was busy. You will see me, like when I do my liquid soap paste. I have so many pastes, you guys. It's unbelievable how many different recipes I have. You will see me go like 3 minutes to 6 minutes straight on my liquid soap paste, and on the body wash pastes, because it's a liquid soap and you want to make sure it's at trace, and I don't know what it is about that, but there is something to the 3 minutes, and then if you're going to add something and then 3 minutes, there is something to it. It's white, it's frothy, it makes the soap paste just so much nicer. Another thing you need to remember is that if you don't get it, if it starts to fall apart, okay? If it looks like it's racing or it starts to fall apart, don't worry about it. Soap paste is very forgiving. Actually, crock pot hot process soap is forgiving, because you're cooking it, you're taking out that cure time, not cure time, the saponification time, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes I think that's all a bunch of bogus stuff, but anyway, in goes the puree once it's at trace. Okay. But if it starts to separate on you, just let it cook like 5 minutes and then take the immersion blender back to it. Let it cook for 5 minutes. Take the immersion back to it until it gets thick, and not thick, but it's at emulsion, it's at trace. That's the nice thing about hot process soap. Cold process soap, if it falls apart, you're scrambling to do things. But the hot process soap is forgiving, and you can really, work it to your advantage sometimes. If it's falling apart, don't worry about it. It's just the time factor that really messes with me. But yeah, so we get to this point. See, it's all nice and definitely. It's not a medium trace. Oh, I don't know. Would you call that a medium trace? Trace is such a dumb word. It's thicker, but it's not super thick. There you go. And then it cooks 15 minutes. Here's the first cook. I'm sorry, this one got shorted on you because I got company and I totally spaced it. It's looking good. It's chunky, but this is the first stir after 15 minutes. I'm going to cook it for another 45 minutes, and then I'm going to add just a little bit of calendula extract. And then I'm going to cook and get a beautiful, beautiful soap paste. Look at that sucker. That is stellar. Beautiful. We'll talk about dilution after a little bit. This is the chamomile and lavender baby soap paste. Okay, so it's got lavender and chamomile in the tea. Really quick, the carrot and calendula is babassu, castor, olive, shea, and sunflower. Okay, some people don't like tallow, some people don't like coconut, so I did that one for that way. The chamomile and lavender is canola, castor, coconut, safflower, sunflower, tallow, with a 3% superfat of shea. Okay? I wish you could hear this. It is just crazy to hear that sound when I add the potassium hydroxide. And remember that too. Potassium hydroxide, KOH. We're not using sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is for hard bars. Potassium hydroxide is for liquid soap. Okay? Very, very specific on that. And once again, my oils are, well, they should be 150. I know they're hotter than that because I had to let the thing, I had to take the cover off and let it cool. So they're a little bit over 150. But I'm telling you, it saves your immersion blender because in typical liquid soap, they tell you to like go on and off with your immersion blender for 10 minutes and hopefully you'll get to trace. I don't do that. It's hot. It's hotter. It's 50 degrees hotter than they tell you, than all these forums and people and blogs tell you. It's hotter. So it's going to get to emulsion quicker, right? And so I found if I'm over 150 and it doesn't take long, but there is something with the liquid soap. So if this was sodium hydroxide and just a hot process hard bar soap, I wouldn't even have to do that long. But with the KOH, the potassium hydroxide, there's something about the liquid soap. 3 minutes, add your additives, 3 minutes. It's just amazing. Look at that liquid in there, you guys. This is 15 minutes later. Look at that gorgeous liquid. It was 177 on top. Okay, but that liquid was like 214 degrees. I haven't done the soap paste. I don't know if I said it in my liquid soap paste video. But when I mix this and do this and I take measurements, it's never over 180 degrees. And I don't know if that's because of the potassium hydroxide, but when I do sodium hydroxide, a hard bar, it always hits 200, 210, whatever. It's up there. I know that really bottom stuff was hot, but my crock pot's really hot too. This is the second mix. See how it bubbles up? Do not leave your hot process soap. Do not leave. I just love looking at that liquid. It's so glossy. Do not leave your hot process soap when you're making it. Yeah, it's 15 minutes in between. Usually the first 15 minutes is the most critical. So if I'm worried, I'll set it for 5 minutes. But it's been known to where I think it's not going to blow up and it's coming off the cover and everything. Do not leave your hot process soap. Okay? It's amazing what happens when you turn around. Haven't had that problem in a long time. Learned my lesson once. That was it. So, interesting thing. You saw the end result of the carrot and calendula, right? Totally different ingredients, totally different oils. This one is like, look, that one was so glossy and all that stuff. This one never gets glossy like that. Like it cooked actually longer than that one, and it just stayed this funny, I don't know what you would call it. It's just a weird texture. And then don't forget, I did add shea, 3% shea, and a little bit of chamomile extract to this. And I know you didn't see me do the other one. I always weigh my soap paste. I always weigh the soap paste, whether I'm diluting it right away or not. It always gets weighed because that is how I track the cost of my soap paste. You can't, if you're making it for yourself, who cares? It doesn't matter unless you're really a budgeter and, you want to know that stuff. But I always weigh my soap paste. This was 10 ounces of oils, and I think I got close to 20 ounces of soap paste total. I should tell you, yeah, my water to lye is 3-1. Just because it's hot process and it's the liquid soap, it's 3-1. So when you're doing on the soap calculator, and you get the lye, don't do the 38%, do the 3-1. If you know what I'm talking about, it's fine. If you don't, it's okay. Okay, dilution. Do not use beer or coffee or any of those types of things or milk to dilute the soap paste. Okay, water, glycerin. Some people do use aloe vera juice. Hydrosols, I think I've heard, are okay. If you're going to put additives in it, do it in the cook. Don't do it at the end here. Glycerin up to 20% is the average. I don't do it. I just do water, 50-50. Okay. There is a humongous math problem on classicbells.com that will tell you how much pure soap you have in your paste and how much you need to dilute. Okay. If you want to go there, you gotta search for it. That is my beeswax wrap. I'm trying to save the planet and not use so much saran wrap. Even though I do reuse my saran wrap, my husband makes fun of me, but these have been working really good. So I've been having fun with them. I made them a year or two ago. It could be 2 years, yeah. So dilute. I don't put preservatives in this because of the way I dilute it. So just think of all the little soap molecules and all the little water molecules, and they all are holding hands. And so there's no room for bacteria to grow because the water molecules are all used up. Okay. I know that's the short cheat sheet version. I'm sorry. Okay. The top of that is not mold. That's unsaponified oils, meaning they haven't turned into soap. They're the extra goody goodness of the oils left to moisturize and all that stuff. Okay. But anyway, no matter how you do it, no matter how you dilute it, give it time, it will dilute. Okay? It might take 2 days, 3 weeks, whatever. Here I am. We are scenting it. We are scenting it with lavender essential oil. And I just measured off like an ounce and a half into my little jar and warming both of those up just a little bit, 120 degrees, both containers, okay? And I'm going to add my essential oil to the smaller amount of soap, of diluted soap, okay? So, because it will thicken up. And speaking of thickening up, let it set. If it thickens up, let it set on in the sunshine, or like I said, I put mine under the cupboard where the dishwasher runs, and with it, I don't know how long it took, but it actually let loose and loosened up and became fluid again. And that's what I'm saying. The longer they set, the better they are. And so this is lavender essential oil, and look, it is thickening up my my batter, my soap paste. No biggie. This is the reason I add a little bit of the soap paste to the fragrance oil to work it into that, and then I will dump the rest of it into the bigger batch. It's kind of like doing cornstarch and making gravy, and or lemon pie, where you add a little bit to the eggs and then you add the rest to the hot stuff, a little bit to the egg, and then the eggs to the rest to make the custard. Do you know what I'm talking about? Maybe not. I don't know. But anyway. So now, yeah, I will mix it all up. It was a little bit thick, you know, and opaque. Well, opaque for what the soap was. And that's totally normal when you add the essential oils to it, or fragrance oils. Some fragrance oils will loosen it up like a loose goose, and some of it will thicken it up. So there are the baby wash and shampoos. I hope you had a good time. Thank you for dropping by. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.